Hello fellow creatives, it is day 11 for the 30 days of Painted Elephants project and vlog every day in August. I just want to give a huge shout out to all my Veda vlogger friends and the community. You've been so awesome and so supportive. Saturday on the calendar is shout out Saturday, so I'm going to save my shout outs for that day, but I just wanted to thank you for answering and commenting and entering yesterday's giveaway. For those that didn't see it, go here to enter the giveaway. I'm giving away a print of yesterday's painting, and to enter is super simple. Moving on to today's project, my question to you is, where do you surround yourself with things that inspire you? I was sitting here this morning in my studio, and as you can see, I have all of my paintings up and around me because they ignite ideas. And I was sitting here today thinking of what I was going to paint, and I have a painting off in the distance on my wall, and I was just looking at it, and it's one of my smashed canvases, and I was like seeing elephants in it. So that is going to be my jumping off point for today. But my question to you is, where do you get the most inspiration for your creativity? So make sure to comment below and let me know that. And so this is the painting that I was looking at that is going to be the inspiration and jumping off point for today's elephant painting. It looks a little bit more put together, but it's definitely just one of my smashed canvases. I'm just gonna get her done. Starting out building the elephants using a black watercolor pencil. I don't know if I've told you guys how I utilize this. I actually dip the end of the pencil into the water and then I write with it. And sometimes I'll even spray the canvas with a little bit of water and then draw with it. This again is basically an unpermanent mark. So I love using the watercolor pencil because I can just wipe it away with water and it's gone. It doesn't leave any graphite marks or anything. So I highly recommend using a watercolor pencil. And I'm doing it in black because I feel that I'm gonna make the shadows dark enough that the black isn't going to be too stark. And then I just use a Payne's gray blue to darken up the shadows. Pulling in a complementary color here. As we look at the color wheel, orange is the opposite side of blue, so I'm pulling in this Nicole gold fluid acrylic. I love these two colors together, and this really, I know using this complementary color with the greens and the blues that are below it, that it will match, it will be harmonious. So using that color, I tried the green gold there and it was not a good fit, so I just went over it with the Nicole gold. I thought the green gold would work because it does tend to skew quite gold, but only on white paper maybe, I'm not sure, but just it didn't go over the green hues that were underneath there very well. It was definitely very dark. So you can see here that I'm not really painting the shape of the elephant, I'm painting the negative space around the elephant and then adding shadows and just letting them reveal. This is a key to the painting technique that I do with these pre-painted canvases. I just help the shape form by painting in the negative space, as opposed to what many artists do, which is taking a canvas and then painting all of the details in over top. This is a sort of a reverse way of doing things. And I'm using that Payne's gray and building up the shadows to try and push some of the darks back, and then letting the orange and all of the layers that are underneath the orange reveal and become brighter just by pushing the darkness back, and then they step forward into the light, so to speak. And I'm using this Payne's gray instead of black because I like to build up to my black. Black is so permanent and you can lose a lot of the layers underneath that I love so much if I am not careful with how much black paint I use. And there's such a dark pigment in the black cobalt fluid paint that you really need to make a commitment if you're going to use it. It's going to not be able to erase very well, and just working on the eyes here, you'll see me go through lots of different types of eyeballs here. As I've mentioned in my other paintings, the eyeballs of the elephant are very, very key. I'm loving that little baby elephant just tucked in there. If you don't look closely at the piece, you almost miss him. So that's why I darkened him up all around the outside so that he really pops out, because you could almost miss him. Getting the light of the tusks there, like you can see throughout the process of this that I left those tusks open and let the light colors that were underneath there reveal themselves. I didn't want to just have these stark white trunks that just showed up and were totally painted in. I'm just using a bit of a whitewash here, and I'm actually letting some of the layers that are still underneath those tusks pop up and be within that area. I'm not just painting a giant white spot. And I like the idea of having the tusks not being perfect. If you ever look at an elephant, they are never symmetrical. For whatever reason, this guy only has one, and I felt like I couldn't really paint one in and make it look cohesive. So he just has one, and you'll see there are lots of elephants out there that do only have one tusk. Mucking around with these eyeballs once again. I swear by the end of this 30 days, I will definitely be an expert at painting elephant eyeballs. Trying to get that eyelid. That baby elephant's eye looked really angry for a while, so I had to go back into it several times. And painting with my fingers, I love to smudge the paint to make it sort of blended. It's really coming together. I'm really loving these guys. And there we go. Look at all those juicy layers. Don't you just love the feeling of accomplishment? All done. You ready to see it? There it is. This is my first herd painting, like I think ever. I usually do standalones, but this is my little herd. It's my little SSS Veda family. I feel extremely creatively satiated. This has been so rewarding to dive into my creative head every day for hours, and I'm just blessed that I have the time to do this, and also that you guys have been so supportive. I cannot wait to see the final body of work. This is only day 11. I have like another 10 of these. How many? You do the math. I'm a creative, not a math genius. 30 days of Painted Elephants project. This is day 11 and vlog every day in August. We're only halfway, people. We got a lot of creativity to go. Be sure to subscribe so you do not miss tomorrow's painting. Who knows what's gonna transpire? And be sure to give it a like if you like this video, and hang out with me on Instagram on the 30 days of Painted Elephants hashtag, my Instagram stories at Wholehearted Art. Thanks guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.